Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well on this Wednesday morning. We have a special guest with us today. As you can see, Matt, the CEO of GameOn Entertainment Technologies, is with us today for this live AMA interview style to kind of get to know him as well as the company as a whole. And so that you guys can really understand your investments, or if you're not invested in GameOn yet, then you can understand why it could potentially be a good investment, right? And so, Matt, thank you so much for joining us today. I think it's awesome that you're here, and looking forward to chatting with you.
No worries. Thanks for having me, and thanks to
Absolutely,
everyone for joining us.
absolutely. So, Game On. The ticker is GET on the CSE and ticker GMETF on the OTC. This is a company that I invested into pre-IPO as part of the financing, as some of you guys already know. This is a company that I'm very bullish on because of the business model and because of all the connections and partners and management that they have. So Matt, I'll let you kind of explain a little bit about the company first. How did you get started with it? What was the goal at first, and has that changed over time?
Yeah, so first, my background is in sports and entertainment on the business side. So I've been in and around sports for the last 10, 12 years or so. So I've been exposed to the business side. I worked for the Brooklyn Nets and Barclays Center. I also worked in the agency world. So always had visibility on the business side and the monetization and the deal making that happens in the sports and entertainment world. And when we launched Game On, we wanted to make it. We wanted to help content providers, and a content provider could be a team, a league, a TV network, an OTT platform, a sports book. We wanted to help them make their content more engaging, social, and monetizable through B2B technology. So we work with those content providers. We work with the biggest and most watched content in the world to provide them with fan engagement technologies, white labeled technologies. What that means is, you guys aren't playing or engaging with a Game On branded product. You're engaging with a team, a league, a TV network branded product that is powered by Game On the back end. So for example, we've worked with NBC Universal and the Real Housewives to build the official prediction game of the Real Housewives. That experience lived in the Bravo app. It looked and felt like a Real Housewives experience, but Game On was powering that experience on the back end. We're working with a MX player in India that is for cricket prediction games. The World Cup is happening next month. In that instance, it looks and feels like an MX player experience. It's just powered by Game On the back end. And we're leveraging our platform to work with the biggest and best and most watched content in the world to be that product and technical partner. And then the business model obviously is licensing driven. So we get a monthly or season by season fee from each of those partners. And then we also share revenue that they're generating from our technology. So it's licensing and revenue share. So that's a little bit about the company, what we do, a little bit about my background. I want to just touch on quickly the team's background as well. That's what we've really focused on over the last 6 months, is building team. Our chief product officer built and conceived NBA Top Shot at Dapper Labs before he came to Game On, and now he's quarterbacking our product. Before that, he built the FIFA game at EA Sports for 10 years. So he is now quarterbacking our product. When we go to a new partner or we're talking to a new prospect and having the conversation around partnering, he's the one driving that product conversation. Our VP of Partnerships, who's our sales leader, he comes from Madison Square Garden, where he ran revenue for the New York Knicks, the New York Rangers, and the arena itself, Madison Square Garden. He's now running all of our partnership sales efforts. Our chairman, Jay Moses, built the original Grand Theft Auto. obviously a classic, and he still remains on the board of Take-Two Interactive today. Take-Two are one of the, if not the biggest gaming companies, public gaming companies in the world. He's on our board, he's our chairman. So we've really focused the last 6 to 9 months on building that team. We're a team of 18 full-time now, and now you're going to start seeing the fruits of that labor come to life through partnerships, and partnerships equals revenue. I've spoken about a couple already: NBC Universal, MX Player, Willow TV, and you're going to see more and more of those announcements happening over the next months. And every time we do make those announcements, just know that revenue is trailing right behind it. So every partnership we make means more revenue for GameOn. So I'll pause there because this isn't an AMA, and I want to make sure we're double clicking on what everyone wants to hear.
Absolutely, yeah. So thank you. That was very, very detailed. I'm sure that was quite helpful, and I'm sure most of us here have played, Grand Theft Auto and grew up with it. So I think everything that you've just mentioned is there's lots of experience on the board, and it's and with your partners. So I think it's extremely, extremely exciting. Why did you move the business model from B2C to B2B? What was the biggest reason why?
So it actually came about through COVID. When COVID happened, and there were no sports, and at that time we had our own free to play prediction app. It was a GameOn app that you could download. During COVID, sports fell off the edge of the earth. There was nothing, and at that point we needed to find any way to generate revenue, and we went out and did that NBC Universal deal for the Real Housewives. And when that transaction happened and we realized how much money we can make by simply repurposing that B2C product to a B2B partner, we knew we had to double down on it. And then from there, the MX Player deal happened. And then from there, the Willow TV deal happened. And the market started pulling us and wanting us to be a B2B business. And now I can't imagine being on a different path. The market really has pulled us into being a B2B company. The revenue opportunity is greater, it's quicker, and it was a no-brainer for us to really double down or even triple down on the B2B path. And yeah, we're well on our way to scaling that B2B effort now.
Awesome, great to hear. Can you go into a little more detail about the MX Player and Willow deals?
Yeah, so each of them are for the Cricket World Cup that happens next month, and then they will continue thereafter. We are building both of those platforms for their official cricket prediction games. So MX Player is an OTT platform in India. They have about 280 million people watching their platform every month. So those numbers are no joke. And then Willow TV are also a cricket OTT platform focused on the North American audience. So they go into about 3.5 million homes here in North America. So for each of them, we're doing their official prediction games before every match that happens during the World Cup and beyond. You'll be able to make your predictions. During the matches, you'll go up and down leaderboards. You'll receive updates in real time. You're competing against other fans around the world, and then at the end you can win either cash or other types of prizes that they're giving away. And we're making that happen for them from start to finish. So for Willow and MX, their teams don't have to do anything. We simply integrate our technology into their mobile app or into their website, and then our game engine, rolls that out from start to finish without any human intervention. No one's putting in scores. No one's updating anything on our back end or their back end. It's a totally programmatic engine fueled by data. So that's why they love us. That's why they want to keep working with us, because no one has to do anything on their end, yet we're still driving engagement and tune in and revenue for them. The business model behind each of them, again, is our two-prong business model of one, licensing revenue, SaaS-like revenue month to month, and then second, revenue share. So as they're generating revenue from brand partners or programmatic advertising within their apps, we're getting a piece of that. We're getting 50% of that actually. So
Nice.
that's kind of a little insight into what we're doing, but also the business model behind those partnerships.
So cool. Yeah, it's really just it's really a plug and play and makes everything so efficient and easy for your partners. It's awesome. Matt, can you get into your partnership with Block Party and the NFT Predictor product?
Yeah, so the products that I just mentioned, or that with MX and Willow, is our predictor game product. Our next product, an evolution of that, is the NFT prediction game. So the NFT prediction game takes our regular prediction game a step further by introducing a marketplace where you can buy and sell NFTs. And then you use those NFTs as a utility in a prediction game. So for example, if you wanted to just say GameOn's working with a soccer league, and you want to choose Lionel Messi to score the first goal in a World Cup match, you need to first go to the marketplace, acquire that NFT, and then in the UX, you're almost dragging your NFT across to make that prediction. It gives the NFTs a utility that has never been seen before in the world. Obviously, with our chief product officer's background where he built NBA Top Shot, but before that, built FIFA at EA Sports. He's kind of marrying those two worlds for the NFT prediction game. Block Party is the blockchain piece of that. So GameOn isn't a blockchain company. We're not an NFT company. We're a gamification fan engagement company. And Block Party comes in and provides that white label marketplace part of that. So our first NFT prediction game partner is yet to be announced, but they're a big basketball league outside of North America that will be announcing shortly on who will be partnering with that. And again, when you hear that we're partnering with them, it'll have the exact same business model that I've mentioned already. Firstly, licensing revenue up front, month to month or season to season, and then on the back end, we'll be sharing in any revenue generated from those NFT sales or from any other advertising that's within the platform.
Very cool. What about revenue projections for 2022? What is it looking like? Obviously, I know you can't give an exact number, but what are you guys kind of aiming towards? Hello?
Sorry, I was on mute there.
Oh, it's all good.
I was saying that, sorry about that. I was saying that we expect to generate low to mid seven figures in revenue in 2022. And you could see what we've done over the last number of months is very intentional and strategic, and everything's been step by step. We raised money, we listed, we brought on leadership, the people who will execute. We're now a team of 18. You're now starting to see deals close. Next comes revenue, and then it's rinse and repeat. Partners, revenue, partners, revenue, partners, revenue. And that's what you're going to see. The bulk of our announcements over the next 6 to 12 months and beyond are going to be new partners, and each of them with revenue. So, we expect to be in the millions of revenue next year, just purely based off of the fact that we have the right team in place. We have closed deals. We're going to have more closed deals, and all of them have revenue attached to them.
Awesome. Can you speak a little bit to your capital structure and the very high insider ownership?
Yeah, we have a very, very tight structure. 62 million shares outstanding, and 70% are owned by insiders, and we're all locked up for multiple years. So we're all in this for the long term. We're building a real business here. We're not. This isn't an overnight success. We're in the trenches building a real business here, and we're very happy with the progress so far and how things have gone. We're just at that stage now of driving more sales and generating more revenue. So very tight structure. Everyone's invested and in the long term. Everyone's restricted in the best way possible, including our employees. And yeah, we're very much invested in the long term and future success of the business.
Perfect, perfect. Matt, you talk a little bit about the NFL Survivor Pool. I know that some people in here are obviously part of it. What is the goal with that? And could this kind of thing be something that we can expect in the future? Just more investor engagement and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean the investor or the shareholder survivor pool, and another one of our initiatives behind the ticker are both examples of how we're doing things a little bit different with shareholder engagement and investor engagement. We don't just want to be a landing page or an investor deck or a 30-second elevator pitch. We want you guys to actually understand and get to know us as people. When I say us, it's the people that are driving the business. So it's our board, it's our directors on the board, it's our day-to-day leaders, our chief product officer, our VP of partnerships. It might just be advisors or significant investors, people who are behind the ticker. We want you to get to know them through content and through interactive initiatives like the Survivor Pool. So yeah, you can expect more of that. The Survivor Pool, we have over 500 current or future, hopefully, shareholders playing that, and we expect to build on that every year. Behind the ticker will be a content series where you actually get to see one-on-one conversations of who the people are in our business, where they come from, where they grew up, why they're having an impact on our business, why they like and are involved in our business. And you're going to get to know us through more strategies like that. So I hope you guys and I hope the market really enjoys that. It's an opportunity to kind of peek behind the curtain a little bit, get to know us in a way that companies typically don't allow shareholders to, and do things a little bit different and change the narrative a little bit as far as investor relations goes.
Yeah, that's great, man. I think it's a great approach to it, and it kind of really changes the game and shows investors, how real you are and how dedicated you are to their success as well as your own. So I think that's great. Awesome. Speaking of the NFL and other leagues, like are there other leagues that you're currently looking at other than the cricket leagues that you're potentially looking to partner with down the line?
Yeah, I mean we're talking to just about everyone that you could imagine, be it in the media and league space. We're very close with a very large football governing. When I say football, I mean soccer governing body in the world that I can't exactly name who they are. But we're talking to various soccer teams. We're talking to TV networks. I'm just looking at our pipeline now that our VP of partnerships, Ryan Nowak, is running point on, along with myself. And there's 57 current conversations just in the pipeline, somewhere in the pipeline. So that's what we're focusing on right now, is closing deals, executing those deals, and realizing revenue. So all of the biggest partners of the 57 deals in the pipeline right now, all of the big ones that you are probably thinking of are there. So the sales pipeline and process takes a couple of months. I would say the fastest deals happen maybe in 4 to 6 weeks. Your standard deal would happen maybe 3 months, but some take 6 months and more, or more. So we have plenty of deals in the pipeline. That's our number one priority right now, is closing deals. So expect to see announcements around that.
Awesome. Looking forward to that. Matt, we'll finish off with my questions, and then we'll open up questions to all other investors right after this. Can you give us your 1-minute elevator pitch? Why should someone invest in GameOn right now?
So why you should invest in GameOn is because now's the time to participate in the most upside. Now's the time where it's early enough that we have a couple of deals in place, but the real upside is about to come. And that's what excites me most about the business, just being part of the business today, is that what's ahead is so exciting, not only from a macro level and our space and TV and interactivity and engagement and sports betting plays a role in it. That's all really exciting. But from a micro level of where we're at is even more exciting. We've finally grown the team from 3 to 18 full time who are the right people to execute. We're starting to execute as you're seeing deals happen, and I know more deals are around the corner. So why you should get involved is that we're the right people to make this happen. Our people are our unfair advantage. We're well capitalized. We have around 4 million in the bank. We're burning 250 a month. Plenty of capital, well capitalized, and we're about to close a flurry of deals to really project the business, and we're really excited about it. So those are the reasons why you should get involved, and would love to hand it over to see what questions are out there.
Awesome, thanks, Matt. So with that, let's open it up to all of you guys to investor questions. If you would like to speak, go ahead. Don't be shy. If you prefer writing your questions or typing your questions, if you're shy or whatnot, you can do so in the GameOn chat. If you guys know where that is, so. Anybody? Going once? I know that we covered a lot of topics there, but I'm sure there's something on your mind. So don't be shy. No, there's no such thing as a stupid question. All right, I think we're getting a question being typed here in the GameOn chat. So we'll just wait on that. So again, for anybody who just joined us, oh, okay, we got our first question here. So Matt Grant is asking, I know you recently hired someone from Draftkings to be on your team. What expertise do you think he can bring, and will there be opportunities to be like Draftkings?
So we actually have a couple of DraftKings guys on our advisory board. That's where the DraftKings connection comes from. I don't think we will ever want to be a DraftKings. We don't want to be a sports book. The reason being, all of the regulatory hurdles that come with that are pretty significant. And not only that, the competitive landscape of sports books, you need hundreds of millions, if not billions, to compete. So we're on the free to play part of the funnel. In fact, DraftKings are a potential partner of ours. We may or may not be talking to them right now about working with them they could be a customer. They could pay us to do their free to play gamification, fan engagement part of the funnel. So while we don't want to be DraftKings, I think we want to be a partner to that category in general, being sports books. And yes, our advisors are helping us make those connections.
Awesome, thanks for that. We got another question being typed here. Just gonna wait on that.
Ask questions, guys. I'd love to understand where are the gaps of information that you're unsure about who we are or what we might be doing? Is there anything you're confused about as far as our model? Is there anything you're concerned about? That worries you about GameOn? I'd love to hear your feedback and hear how we can tell a better story to you guys. So don't be shy. Ask your questions, or even if it's just feedback, give us feedback.
Okay, so Nishan is asking, IPL going on now, so people can bet on MX Player platform, and how about the T20 World Cup next month? Is there any update?
Yes. So for both MX Player and Willow TV, those products will be live for the World Cup. We're actually in beta right now with those partners doing IPL, the Indian Premier League, for those that aren't familiar with it. So yes, for the World Cup, you'll be able to download MX Player. You'll likely have to have an Indian VPN if you're not there, but you'll be able to make predictions for free on all of the T20 World Cup matches that are happening, and you'll be able to experience that product. So we're really excited for our investors, our shareholders, and our partners to be able to touch and feel that product for the first time. So keep an eye out. If you're not signed up to our email list already, go to gameon.app. You'll see the box to put in your email and sign up. That's where we'll let you know as soon as that product is live, so you can play around with it.
Fantastic. Hope that answered your question, Nishan. Anybody else? Okay, we got another question being typed here. Have you been in talks with the NBA, or do you see yourself talking to them soon? Just asking because I'm a big basketball fan.
Yeah, so we'd love to, like, a good example of how we can engage with the NBA is with their Top Shot product, obviously. So they have the NFT marketplace. You can buy and sell moments and win moments, but they don't really have a utility. So where we see ourselves adding a lot of value there is giving those moments, those Top Shot NFTs for the NBA, a utility in a game. So we know people at Top Shot. We also know people at the NBA. It's a conversation where we'd love to have. We're not in a really developed conversation right now, but we definitely have the relationships there and looking to progress that conversation soon. That's where we see the opportunity with the NBA.
Nice. So you don't have Adam Silver on speed dial yet, but it'll come.
Not yet. Hopefully soon.
Yeah, cool. All right. Anything else, guys? We'll leave it open for another couple minutes here. Again, don't be shy. There are no stupid questions. Even if it's just a comment, even if you want to just, even if it's just a thank you to Matt for coming out, or anything it is, anything that is on your mind, don't be shy. At the end of the day, this AMA is for you guys, right? And for other potential investors and current investors that will listen to this later. So, the more we talk now, the better it is for everyone, right? The more questions answered, the more comments, the better. Okay, so is $4 million in the bank enough? You said your burn rate is 2.5 million a year. No, I think it's 250 per month, Grant, but I'll let Matt answer that.
Yeah, 4 million. We're burning 250,000 a month. Both of those numbers are Canadian. So we have a year of runway. We have plenty of room to grow and spend a little bit more on marketing and team and things like that. And we think we'll raise another round at some point, either later this year or early next. So we're in a very, very strong cash position for now, and we could raise right now if we wanted to. We have banks wanting to give us money, but we don't need it right now. We will at some point. We have plenty of breathing room right now.
Do you have a target price, Matt, for when you want to raise? I would think.
We definitely want it to be an up round. Might be around 50 cent mark, but we'll see. It's a living and breathing initiative of ours that we'll continue to assess every couple of months or so.
Makes sense. All right, guys, a couple more minutes, and then we'll sign off. So, okay, we got another question being typed here. Oh, wasn't a question. Just thank you very much to you, Matt, and Jay. So our pleasure for doing this. I mean, it's all for you guys. Okay, so we got one more question being typed here, I believe. And by the way, guys, just so you guys do know, Matt will be available on in the Game On chat, right? So if you ever want to ask him a question directly, or if something comes up that you didn't think of right now, or you go back and you do some research and you have a couple things to clear up, you can always go in the Game On Discord channel and just tag him and ask him a question. He'll be available. At whenever you guys need, at his earliest convenience, of course.
Absolutely.
All right, so we got I think a couple messages being typed here, and then we'll answer those and we'll wrap it up. All right, one more question. There are a lot of competitors in India for betting platforms, even the Indian Premier League, sponsored by Dream 11 betting platform. So the question is, how are you going to bring more of an audience? Do you have any plan or idea?
So again, we're not a betting platform. We don't take bets. We're not a B2C platform. We are building technology for our partners, and it looks and feels like their environment. So again, the MX Player platform is literally called the MX Player Cricket Predictor, powered by GameOn. And we're just the technology partner. If we were to work with the IPL, we do the IPL Cricket Predictor, or whatever it might be called, the IPL Cricket NFT Predictor, powered by GameOn. So we're not competing with Dream 11. We're not competing with Draftkings. In fact, we're talking to Dream 11 about being a partner of theirs and helping them create games, helping them create a platform that engages fans. So they're not competitors. They're actually a potential partner of ours.
Yeah. Hope that answers your question, Nishan. Okay, he just put a thumbs up, so I guess that's good. All right, guys. One last question. Anybody? Or are we good to go? Crypto Stonkers, I saw you typing earlier. Did you change your mind? Oh, okay, typing again. Do you have any plans to incorporate VR? Not sure if this is unrelated.
At this point, no plans to incorporate VR. Right now, we're really laser focused on gamification and fan engagement technologies that are mobile and TV app and web based. And haven't looked into VR, and we don't really have an opinion on it right now while we're focused on our current products.
All right. He says, okay, thank you. And Matt, just to close up, want to talk quick minute just about your relationship with Victory Square, because I know there are a lot of Victory Square investors here too, and so yeah, just to speak a little bit about that relationship.
Yeah, so Victory Square own a good chunk of our business, or, around 40%. And they obviously, if anyone's not familiar with them, they're already a publicly listed company on the CSE as well. They have a portfolio model, so they have, I think, around 20 companies in their portfolio at the moment, and GameOn is one of them. So they bring up a public market background. They help us raise money. They help us run the public market side of the business, and they're a real partner as far as anything public market related, investor related, shareholder related that we need to do. They helped us raise that 5.8 million round in March, and they're currently helping us look at the next financing opportunity, which involves some financial institutions, bankers, also some strategic partners. Some of our customers now want to invest in us. So we're looking at all of those options, and Victory Square are a real partner in that sense. They recently took Fans Unite public as well, about a year before us, which has been a really great success story. So Victory Square have been awesome. A lot of our shareholders are from Victory Square as well, and that's how they found us. So very appreciative of Shafin, Vahid, and Alex, and the rest of the Victory Square guys.
Fantastic. All right, well, I believe that is all for now. Again, if you have any questions, either today or tomorrow or whenever, or if you're listening to this interview later, then please don't be shy to write your questions in the chat. Or if you don't want to, you can also just message me directly, and I can also just put them in the chat or get Matt to answer them directly. So thanks a lot, Matt, for taking the time. Really appreciate it. And thank you all for taking the time out of your busy Wednesday in the middle of the day right here and joining us for this fun little interview and AMA. So thanks a lot, Matt, and we'll get to chat soon again.
All right, thanks everyone. My virtual door is always open for you guys. So like Jay said, feel free to send us your questions anytime, and look forward to chatting again soon. Thanks, Jay.
All right, thanks, Matt.